Hi, welcome to today's Vinyasa flow. For today's practice, you are going to want just a block and then your mat, a little space to move. We'll get started in an easy seat. So crown of the head reaches tall, whichever leg you prefer in front. Might start by scrunching shoulders up towards your ears and then sliding them down your back. We'll start with some opening for our chest and our back body. So right arm comes in front of the face. Left arm stacks under, finding your eagle arm, so backs of hands can press. Maybe you can wrap your wrists here so palms press, or just bringing opposite hand to opposite shoulder. Inhale here. Exhale, open to cactus arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, really active. Inhale, left arm comes in front, right arm stacks under, eagle arms on this side. Breathe here. Exhale, open to cactus. We'll continue with that, just shifting back and forth between eagle, really squeezing tight, and then exhale to cactus. Inhale to eagle arm, squeeze, exhale to cactus. Give yourself about 3 more rounds here. So again, finding a pace that works well for you. Completing 1 more round on each side. And when that's complete for you, you can pause with hands on your knees. Shifting the leg that is in front, so awkward seat. Inhale, fingertips reach tall. Exhale, fold forward into easy seat forward fold. Hands come just as far forward as feels good. You might feel this a little bit more in your hips than our typical forward fold. Give yourself a nice full round of breath here. Inhale, completely filling those lungs. Exhale, release all of that air. Then walk hands back in towards your body. You can shift over your shins or just make your way any way that's comfortable to tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze for cow. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin for cat. Working with your pace of breath here. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Give yourself a few rounds of breath here. Working breath to movement, but you always have permission, if it feels good, to bring in some extra movement or hang a little longer in one shape. You are more than welcome to. Pausing next time you come to a neutral spine. Extend your right leg long behind you, firming that glute. Then right foot plants outside of left foot. Twist here. Gaze back at that extended heel. Press into your extended heel, stretching the calf as well. And then bring your gaze back to between your hands. Bend your extended leg. Sink your hips back. Just a round of breath here. Hips reach towards your heels. Half cow face, half child's. Bit of a funky shape. Then rock forward back to tabletop, unwinding. Extend your left leg long. Firm the glute here first. Then plant that foot to the outside of right foot. Gaze back at your extended heel. Press into that extended heel. Little extra space along the side body. Then gaze between your hands. Bend that extended leg. Sink your hips back. Half cow face, half child's. Full round of breath here. And then rocking yourself forward, unwinding your legs. Walk your hands forward about a handprint. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Taking a few moments here, first down dog of the practice. You might pedal it out. Heels reach towards the mat, hips towards the sky. Pressing equally into both hands. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back, squeeze your shoulder blades. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach to the sky. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Inhale, hands forward and up, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, fold all the way through. Inhale, half lift, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Starting to add on. Inhale, hands forward and up. Maybe that back bend. Exhale, fold all the way through. Plant your hands, step back to plank on the toes or plank on the knees. Inhale here. Exhale all the way to the mat. Untuck your toes, lift your heart for cobra. Just as high as feels good. Exhale back to the mat. Inhale, press up to plank. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Give yourself about 5 rounds of breath here. You might bring in some movement. You might have some stillness. You're even welcome to take a tabletop or a child's pose. Just finding what feels good for your body today. Next round of breath. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, crown of the head reaches forward, sit bones reach back. Exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands forward and up, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, fold all the way through. Plant your hands, step back to your plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway down. Elbows graze the ribs. And then flip to top of the feet. Pull your heart through. Pressing into the tops of your feet. Knees may lift off the mat. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. 5 rounds of breath here. Maybe you're working in some stillness. Maybe it feels good to move. Just finding what works for your body today. If you're not in down dog, making your way there. Inhale, sweep right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands, back foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. Lift to warrior 2. Nice wide base here. Inhale, right palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior, right arm overhead. Inhale, extended side angle, left arm overhead. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Inhale, palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, extended side angle, long line of energy. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Open to star, point your toes towards long edge of the mat, straighten that front leg, pull the heart forward, hinge forward, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, wide-legged half lift, shoulders towards hip height. Exhale, forward fold. Bend towards that back knee, towards your left knee, finding side lunge, and then maybe skandasana, sinking hips towards heels. Right toes reach towards the sky. Walk your hands forward, shift your weight, returning to low lunge. Step right foot back to meet left, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep left leg to sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. Warrior 2 on the other side. Arms at shoulder height. Inhale, left palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, extended side angle, right arm overhead. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Inhale, palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse warrior, left arm overhead. Inhale, extended side angle, reaching tall. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Straighten your front leg, turn your toes, open to star. Then hinge forward, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, wide-legged half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold once more. Shift your weight towards the back of the mat, bending into the right knee. Side lunge. Then maybe you sink into skandasana, hips towards the heels, Right heel might lift off the mat, left toes towards the sky. Walk your hands, shift your weight back to the top of the mat, returning to low lunge. Left foot steps back to meet right, downward facing dog. Inhale, generous bend to the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, press your sit bones back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach to the sky. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Feet can be hips distance, or if you prefer, chair with your toes touching, finding the foot placement that works for you. Sink your hips down and back. Weight is in your heels here. Heart lifts towards your thumbs. Shift your weight towards your left foot. Right foot lifts off the mat. Figure 4 chair. Right knee encouraged towards the mat. Right toes flexed. Breathing here. Keep those hips nice and low. And then slowly shifting right leg behind you. Find crescent, resting on the ball of that foot. Arms lift towards the sky. Right arm comes in front of the face. Left arm stacks under, returning to those eagle arms. Inhale, pull your elbows away from your body, creating as much space between your scapula across your back body as you can. Breathe here. And then unwind, open into cactus arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Full round of breath here. Before lifting fingertips back to the sky, hands back to the mat. Step back to downward facing dog once more. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Setting up for chair on this side, sink your hips down and back. Weight stays in your heels. Shift your weight towards your right foot. Left foot lifts off the mat. Figure 4 chair here. Flex your left toes. Encourage your left knee towards the mat. You might feel that in your left hip. Breathe here. Then slowly bring left leg behind you. Finding crescent, press into the back heel, landing on the ball of that foot. Left arm comes in front of the face. Right arm stacks under, finding your eagle arms on this side. Once again, inhale, pull your elbows away from your body. Feeling that extra space between your scapula, across your upper back. Breathing here, imagining you can send the breath right to that space. Then unwinding your arms, open to cactus. Full round of breath, really exaggerating here, squeezing your shoulder blades. Heart pulls forward. Inhale, fingertips lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Continuing with that sequence, but we'll add on. Sink your hips down and back. Breathe here first, and then shift weight towards your left foot. Right foot lifts off the mat, figure 4 chair. Hips stay low, right foot flexed, knee encouraged towards the mat. Finding your shape here first before shifting to crescent. Slowly kick that foot behind you. Coming to crescent, fingertips lift. Right arm in front of the face. Left arm stacks under. Eagle arms, just 1 round of breath. Pull elbows away from your body. Cactus arms, 1 round of breath. Open your arms. Heart pulls forward, shoulder blades squeeze together. Then draw your hands to heart center. Start to shift your weight forward, coming to warrior 3. Back foot lifts off the mat. Flex your back toes, pressing into that standing leg. Full round of breath here. Bend into your front knee, returning to crescent. Fingertips can lift once more. And then hands come to heart center. You'll shift your weight forward, coming into figure four chair. So reversing the way we got into that crescent. Shifting that weight here, balancing on that left foot before bringing right foot back to the mat, typical chair shape. Exhale, forward fold, release. Give yourself a round of breath here, just hang heavy. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Sink hips down and back for chair. Weight comes to right foot. Left foot off the mat. Figure four chair on this side. Flexing left toes, left knee encouraged towards the mat. Still feeling solid in this shape, even though we know we're going to be moving from it. Finding this shape first before left leg extends long behind you, lifting to crescent. Left arm in front of the face, right arm stacks under. Eagle arms, pull your elbows away from your body, creating that space. Open your arms for cactus. Heart forward, shoulder blades actively squeezing together. Draw your hands to heart center. Shift your weight forward. Warrior three. Back foot kicks into that back wall. So left toes are flexed towards your face. Heel pressing towards the back wall. Active in that glute. Breathe here. Bend into your front knee, returning to crescent. Feel into this space. Draw your hands to heart center. Then shifting forward, returning to that figure four chair. Giving yourself a moment to settle in. And then returning to chair, foot back to the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Hang heavy here. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, reach all the way to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. From Tadasana, you'll have hands at heart center, and then you want to bring that block at probably its medium setting to the outside of your left foot. You might use it, you might not. But breathing here, heart pulls towards your thumbs, shoulder blades squeeze together. Sink down for chair. Coming to a familiar shape, finding that figure four chair. Weight in the left foot, right foot off the mat. Option to stay right here. This is nice and challenging for our balance. Good hip opener. Or you can slide your knee over top, finding eagle legs. Toes can rest on the block, or it might feel good to wrap them around your calf. Right arm in front of the face. Left arm stacks under, finding your eagle arms. We'll be here for just a few rounds of breath. Play here. Can you sink your hips lower? Can you pull your elbows away from your body? If you're using that block, can you lift the toes off and maybe back on? Another full round of breath. Allow yourself to untwist. Reach towards the sky. Hands to heart center. Shift your block to the other side. Lifting into Tadasana, hands at heart center. Sink your hips down. Weight comes to the right foot, left foot off the mat. Back to good old figure four chair. Sinking into that hip. Option to stay right here, or sliding your knee over top for your eagle leg variation. Left arm in front of the face, right arm comes under. Finding your version of eagle arms. Can you sink your hips lower? Pull the elbows away from your body. Try to pull your knees and elbows to center. So both are twisting in opposite directions, which is nice and challenging. Can you try to line them up with the center of your body? One more breath here. Allow yourself to untwist, reach tall, and then fold forward. It's always so hard for me not to say like fly out of eagle, but I just can only use that pun so many times. Inhale, half lift. Crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, forward fold. Start to plant your hands to the mat. Walk your feet back for downward facing dog. Here for just a moment. And then lift to the balls of your feet. So heels nice and high off the mat. Knees open towards child's. Sink your hips down and back. Child's pose. Forehead can rest on the mat here. Option to bend into your elbows, bringing your hands together in prayer, and then finding almost a little shark fin at the back of your head. Pull your elbows forward, resting your palms just right along the back of your head, back of your neck. Can bring a little openness to the side body here. Feels nice after eagle. If you've taken that arm variation, once more extending the arms long, then lift your heart and head out of that shape. Sweep your heels out from under your seat. Soles of the feet pressed together, giving us a little external hip rotation. We didn't do much of that with eagle. So press your knees towards the mat. Heart lifts towards the sky. Hinge forward here. Allow the spine to round. Hands can rest on your toes, or you can bring forearms under shins. Again, just checking in with your body. You might encourage your exhales to start to lengthen by just one count, maybe two. Breathe here. Wait for your next inhale. Allow yourself to move slowly, lifting your heart out of that shape. Soles of the feet come to the mat and then scoot your hips forward just a bit. You'll want to bring that block with you as you lower down towards your back body. Soles of the feet press into the mat. Shoulders and back are resting flat. And then lift your hips just high enough to slide that block under your sacrum at a height that feels supportive, so maybe middle or lowest setting. Hands can rest down here by your hips, or it sometimes feels nice to place them on your belly. Just finding what works for you. If this bridge shape feels good, you are absolutely welcome and encouraged to stay here. If you'd like to bring in a little inversion, you can gently pull knees towards your chest, pausing to feel that block support you, and then extend your legs towards the sky, supported waterfall. You can be here in stillness, or you might roll out your ankles, wiggling your toes. I'll have us here for about 3 rounds of breath. But if your body is ready to come out of the shape before I prompt it, you of course have permission to do so. Using your next inhale, bend your knees towards your chest. Soles of the feet on the mat will all meet in that supported bridge. Then lift your hips just high enough to slide that block out from under you. Arms come to a T or a cactus shape. Shift your hips towards the right. Knees fall to the left. Gaze can drift over that right shoulder. Reclined supine twist. Did a lot of active twisting in our upper and lower body today. So just letting gravity do the work here. Sinking into this shape. Give yourself a deep inhale here, completely filling the lungs. Exhale, release all of that air. Once more, you can guide yourself back to center. Knees point towards the ceiling or the sky. Shift your hips towards the left. Knees fall to the right. Gaze can drift over that left shoulder. Eyes can soften or close. Just imagining yourself melting into the shape. Next round of breath, draw yourself to center once more. Then pulling knees in towards your chest, arms wrap around your shins, forehead hugs up towards the knees. And then extend into Shavasana. Legs extend long, arms extend. Allow your body to be heavy here. Allow your body to take up space here. Reminding ourselves this pose is just as important as any other shape we held today. And I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Body can remain still. If it feels good and it's available to you today, you are absolutely welcome to stay in this place of rest. If it's time to close out your practice, gently start to wake up the body, maybe wiggling fingers and toes. You can scrunch and release the face. Might even take a good morning stretch, fingertips overhead, toes opposite direction. And gently guide yourself to a fetal position on either side before slowly pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat. Allow yourself to pause here for a moment. Just taking time to appreciate showing up on your mat today. Appreciate what your body was able to do for you, the time you took for yourself, just feeling into that gratitude. We'll close with a collective breath. You can exhale to prepare. Inhale, reach your arms towards the sky. Exhale, draw your hands back to heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Thank you for being part of this rad community, and I hope you have a lovely day.